Investigators say wet roads and excessive speed may have played a role in an ambulance crash that killed 2 people last night. Medic Zachary Pruitt and a patient, Naima Jackson, died when the ambulance slid off the road on Interstate 40 near Charlotte Pike. News Channel 5's Eric Hill talked to a witness who sprang into action after she saw that devastating crash.
Medical supplies scattered across this stretch of Interstate 40. The rain-soaked debris was left behind after last night's deadly ambulance crash. Investigators say just after 7 o'clock, the ambulance slid off the interstate and crashed into a rock wall, throwing Zachary Pruitt and Naima Jackson out of the ambulance. Both later died at the hospital. Pruitt was a paramedic, Jackson a patient being transferred to Vanderbilt Medical Center.
There was medical equipment and supplies just thrown all over the road.
Cindy DeBartoleben and her family were on their way from Memphis to Sevierville when they saw the crash.
Got out of the car and started to see what was happening.
Then she rushed to the victims' sides.
We just talked to them and tried to comfort them as much as we could and said a prayer. They really weren't conscious, but we just wanted them to know that we were there. When you're faced with something like that, you just have to take a breath and help wherever you can.
She helped until Jackson and Pruitt were rushed to the hospital. It wasn't until later that night she found out they died.
We were just devastated.
Now, DeBartoleben is reflecting on the overwhelming experience.
I'm glad we were there to be there with them and to comfort them and for their families to know that they weren't by themselves.
Families that she says she's keeping in her prayers. In West Nashville, Eric Hilt, News Channel 5.
The paramedic killed in that crash was honored this afternoon. Vanderbilt, the Nashville Fire Department, Metro Police, and TDOT escorted Zachary Pruitt's body from the medical examiner's office in Nashville to his hometown of Jackson, Tennessee. Funeral arrangements are still pending.